Hi guys, welcome back to another video of Design System Masterclass. In the previous video, we discussed about shadows or elevations, how to create them, how to create variables of shadows, and how to create styles, and how to assign them to the UI elements so that we can easily switch between dark and light mode. And in today's video, we will discuss something called grids. Grids are nothing but visual guides for designers to make the UI elements align perfectly. So why we use grids in the first place? We use grids to provide visual clarity for our end users. So let's take this example of New York Times homepage that is designed with grid. So when you see here, so this is very well designed with a grid, and when you see it, you can easily categorize these articles in your brain. These are the most important news, and these are the categorized news, and these are the medium important news, and these are the least important news. And when you see another examples called linkscard.com, and this is designed without grid, and when you see this as a first time user, you'll be like, what the hell is going on here, right? And this is how important grids are in the design system. So we will be creating these grids using variables and styles in this video. So before going to create variables and styles, let's understand what is grid terminology. So in grids, we'll be having columns, and we'll be having gutters, and we will be having margins. So columns, nothing but these red lines. These are the columns, and margins are nothing but the distance between start of the frame to the grid and end of the frame to the grid. This is called margin, and this is also called margin. And when it comes to gutters, gutters is nothing but the distance between two grids. This is called gutter. So yeah, that's all for grid terminology. Let's create variables and styles for this grid so we can easily switch between web, tablet, and mobile. So for web, I've given columns as 2, 12, columns as 12, and margin as 24, and gutter as 16. So we will be switching between web, tablet, and mobile. Let's duplicate it and let's create variables. So if you see the responsive typography episode, we have created breakpoints variables in that video, and we have created for screen. Let's apply screen as a variable here, and we need to create three variables. One is columns, and the second one is margin, and the third one is gutter. Number. And for web, let's give 12 columns. Tablet, let's give 8 columns. And for mobile, let's give 4 columns. And margin, let's give web as 24 pixels, tablet has 16 pixels, and mobile has 16 pixels. And gutter, let's give web as 16, and tablet is also 16, and mobile is also 16. So when you see this, when you see web and open the variables, you will see the count. Count is nothing but number of columns, and when you apply the variable, you can see breakpoints columns. And margin, you need to apply margin, and gutter, you need to apply gutter. And when you duplicate it and go to primitives, and this should be web by default, and when you click on tablet, it automatically changes the grid. And this is a column grid, and you can see this is 16 pixels, this is 16 pixels, and gutter is 16 pixels. And when you switch to mobile, you can see it will change to 4 column grid, and the margin is 16 pixels, and gutter is also 16 pixels. And let's take an example and how it will look, how that UI component will look in mobile, tablet, and web. And if you're designing UI component for 12 pixels, for example, for 12 columns or 6 columns, let's say 6 columns. And when it comes to the tablet, it will become 4 columns. It will become 4 columns. And in mobile, it will become 4 columns vertically aligned. So yeah, this is the examples of how the UI components will look in the grid, in the different grids. And let's create grid style. The reason why we are creating is the grid style is when you want to apply the grid, you every time don't need to apply the variables here. You can directly create the styles. This is the similar thing we have done for the shadows. So go to grids and under the layout grid, create guide, create create style, and grid. So when you create any frame, let's say this is a breakpoint screen, and you can easily apply layout grid like this, and you can easily switch between tablet, mobile, and web. So yeah, that is it for today. So in this video, we have learned what is grid and what is the grid terminology and how the UI looks with and without grid. And we have created variables for margin, gutter, and columns, and the screen width. And we have also created style with that variables. So yeah, that is it for today. So hope you loved this video and learned something new from this video. Uh, do subscribe to my channel and see you in the next one.